Well, alright. Welcome to another one of BumpmyStump's World of Tanks console replays. Xbox One version. Xbox. We're in the Leopard PTA. We're on highway, standard battle. It's a tier 10 game. Mostly tier 10s and 9s. A couple tier 8s in the game. It sucks to be the T49 and the T54 lightweight. Not really, but still. They're in an all tier 10 and 9 game. That kind of sucks. Maybe they love it. I wouldn't if I was them tanks, but, you know, I'm a shitty light tank player, so, you know. But, yeah, E100, IS4 on our team, 4202, Patton, Death Star. The other team has E100, E5, IS7, Death Star, E3, T10. So yeah, it's a pretty good game, especially in the Leopard. The Leopard is such a good tank that the Leopard prototype. It's people, and I've said this in a few videos lately, so you'll hear me repeating myself. But some people complain that, you know, top tier tank destroyers are overpowered and this and that, and you know, I think I haven't played a ton of top tier tank destroyers. Tier 9 and 10, the Americans and the Germans, but not a ton of them. And I played a lot of heavies. That was the first lines I went up almost on. Everything was a heavy line, almost. And you know, I don't think there's any stronger tanks in this game. I know this is going to go against. Oh, look at this! We're going to push the tortoise because we're buddies. Look at that! I'm cool. I don't know if I help him out or not, but hey. But I don't know if there's... I'm going to get flack from this because I'm in the minority, I think. I think that the strongest tanks in this game are tier 9 mediums. Tier 9, maybe not tier 10s as much, because I can't speak on tier 10 because I get to tier 10 and then I don't end up playing the tank half as much as I do. You know, the grind I play. And then once in a while I'll take out the tier 10, but I'm telling you, the Leopard prototype, the AMX-30, and the Centurion 7-1 are all really good tanks. The Leopard prototype and the AMX-30 1ER are just, I feel, for me, out of the tanks I've played, which I've got to the E100, I've got all the American big ones except for the artillery, the British heavy. I've got quite a few heavies. I got the Chinese and the Chinese mediums and stuff, and out of all the tanks I've played, I think these are the two best tanks. So the Leopard prototype, goodbye Mr. Lightweight, you're out of the game. But I think the Leopard prototype and the AMX-30 1ER are the two best tanks I've played in the game. Sure, they don't have armor, but when you have the speed that these guys have, you don't need armor, and you've got the gun that's just as good as any heavy. Watch this. Boop, 440 damage. To the Death Star. We're going to hit him again. Stay right there, Death Star. Come on. 431 on that shot. And with the reload on this tank, it's just the only heavy tank that I think really compares as far as reload and stuff. He's out of the game. Is the 215B. Other than that, 704, we take 404 out of him there. It reads red, but I did get the hit. Get spotted, so I'm going to back down. But yeah, these... I don't know why so many people complain about top-tier tank destroyers being overpowered, because I think the top-tier medium, there's no better tanks in this game. And again, they don't have the armor, I understand that. But when you can traverse and turn and back up as quick, and with the camo value that they get, and the gun that is just so punchy. These guns, I never realized, because when I went up my first medium line, it was the American, the Patton, the M46, M48 Patton line. And the M46 and M48 have what I would consider a medium gun. You know, they do what? 320 average damage, maybe 340. I should check my figures on that because I am not 100% positive on that. But, you know, I think maybe it's 380 maybe for average damage, something in that ballpark. On the Patton, it's not very high. You rarely ever see a 400, 450 roll on a Patton. You see them all the time in this tank. I'm going to take a kind of a stupid move here. I'm going to, I say cover me, take off after the E5. I figured if I come over here, he has to turn his gun one way or the other, so he's kind of screwed. Was worried about him coming up the hill, but he didn't. So, yeah, let's turn around here. And he gets finished off. So that was my goal, was to get over here and put one into the E5, but didn't work out. But, at least I pushed aside a little bit. T-54, let's see if I can get one into him, and he gets finished off. Damn it. Come on, give me a shot, people. STI, he's out in the middle. 373 into him. He didn't like that. But right now, he has to either shoot me or shoot all the people right around him. He's just been wolf-packed, pretty much, by every tank on our team over here. A few mediums, tank destroyer. Time to move out. They have pretty much no tanks left, all tank destroyers except for one heavy. And by the time we get up there, they'll pretty much all be dead for the most part. There's an IS-7 left. I believe an E3. I'll throw it on my way there. But yeah, this game didn't have a ton of action. I've only had 7 pens, so that's why I was talking about other stuff. But it was an okay game for the most part. I mean, it just showcases what this tank can do. It's so quick. The reload is so quick. I mean, compared to other tanks, would I rather have a E75 that does 550 damage but takes 10 seconds to reload, or whatever the reload is, or this that does 440 and takes 7.5 seconds? It's, I know my figures aren't exact. It's random. I just pull them out of my head, but I never expected the guns to be as punchy as they are. Like I said, I had never gone up the mediums, and I've pretty much gone up the French, not the French, excuse me, the British and the German mediums, the 7-1 line and this line at the same time, and I was just amazed at how well they played. They're just really good tanks. And you got the 4202 coming out of the game now, and they're bringing in the Action X. I haven't played my 4202 a ton. I probably don't have 15, 20 games in it, and I like it. I wish they'd take that branch, and instead of removing the 4202 and putting it down to tier 8 as a junk premium, which is what the computer people say, I wish they would just keep. Why can't they keep it like the Russians and have 2 tier 10 British tanks, British mediums? I don't understand why they just can't do that. World of Tanks console. Ooh, IS-7 looking at me. I'll back up on that one. I could take the hit, definitely, but I don't want to take the hit if I don't have to. But, World of Tanks console is always saying, World of Tank Wargaming America is always saying they want to be different. Oh, can I sneak that in there? Come on. Yeah, you're out of here. 350 finishes him off. So all that's left now is a Tortoise. I believe there's a T-30 in there somewhere, and he's gone, and then the Tortoise is gone. So all that's left now is the E3. It's time to flank him. He's going to get swarmed by a bunch of bees here. But, they, like I was saying, Wargaming in North America always says, the console version, we want to be our own entity. Well, then why do you follow the footsteps of everything that the PC does? E3, oh yeah, 393. Turns around, but he can't shoot me because I'm behind the buildings. Ha ha ha, because this tank is quick. Reloaded. 9-second reload. I was off by a couple seconds there. I thought it was closer to 7.5. That's the AMX 30B. So we're going to come around here. Come on, someone hit him so I can finish him off. There we go. 196 finishes him off. And, yeah, the mediums reign on this map. Reign top supreme. So, yeah, why can't, Wargaming be different? Do something just a little different. Be daring. 41,000 silver, 7,498 XP with a multiplier, and probably some kind of op. 3,200 damage dealt. That was good enough for second place behind T-30. T-30 got 5,400 damage almost. So, STI, 1,000 assist and 504 damage dealt on 2 shots. Took him out of the game. T-54 lightweight, 1 shot for 133. Took him out of the game. 704, that was that 1 shot for 404. That didn't register. I mean, it did register, but... Death Star, 3 shots for 1265. Took him out of the game. T-54, 67 assist. E5, I threw it at him, but it bounced. E3, 2 shots for 589. Took him out of the game. IS-7, one shot for 350, took him out of the game. And the Tortoise, I saw him over there, but didn't get to sink one into him. Bounced off his side. But I ended up with 5 kills, 3,200 damage, 1428 for base XP, 14 shots fired, 12 hits, 10 penetrations, 3245 for damage dealt, and another 1111, 1111, 11111111. It's stuck on ones. 1111 for assisted damage, so you're talking 4,400 combined. It's not a bad game, even though I really playing this game, I didn't think I had, it's an average game. It is just an average game. It's nothing special. But it just shows you how versatile this tank is. Sure, you can't frontline it. You're going to die. But it's just so quick, you don't need to. You just sit back, peck away, take your shots as they come up, and just demolish the enemies. Looking right there at the top of the list there, 5,300 damage, 7 shots fired, 7 hits, and 6 penetrations. So the T30 got 7 shots off and 6 of them pen. That's a pretty good game for him. So, it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I did right or wrong. Tell me your opinion on top tier mediums. I mean, when I say top tier, I shouldn't say top tier. Upper tier, tier 9, 9, 10 mediums. 8, I don't think so much, but tier 9, I think mediums rule the roost. Remember, you're on that battlefield, shoot the red ones.